What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be reviewing Arcadian's new product, which is their matte paste. They actually sent me a sample a while back and I tested that, and then I got this from them, and I just wanted to take a little bit of time to test this product and kind of compare it to the sample and make sure that they were exactly the same product, and if they weren't, I wanted to highlight those discrepancies inside this video. So if that's something that you guys are interested in, and you guys are interested in a matte paste specifically created by Arcadian, then you guys are going to definitely want to stick around. But we're going to get started in 3, 2, 1. Alright, y'all, so we're going to hop into this review right away. So if you guys are brand new to Arcadian products, basically what it is, it's an amber jar, black top, and then this like matte label. And it says Arcadian matte paste. It's got the ingredients, like how to actually use it. It's water soluble, high texture, heavy hold matte styling paste. Also, something to note, it says heavy dry cream. So I'm going to get into that a little bit more later on the video. But overall, the packaging is pretty standard across Arcadian products. I really enjoy it. I think it's pretty unique, pretty different. And I also really like the amber colored jar, because typically you're not supposed to keep and store your products on your countertop, because the light will kind of corrode the actual product. But because it's in a darker container, it actually helps block out some of that light, so it kind of helps it. Because most people actually leave their product on their countertop, and it's pretty standard, so they actually went with the amber jar, which is actually, I think, a nice touch to it. Opening up the jar, you kind of get the same kind of look as the clay pomade that they created. And if you're brand new, the clay pomade has like kind of like a earthy tone to it. You can see I've used it a little bit. I just wanted to make sure that it was similar to the sample. So I got a sample from them, and actually the owner, Eric Dale, he contacted me saying that the sample came out a little watery than expected. Personally, I would have said the watery, extra water content to it made it actually more pliable and actually easier to scoop out of the jar. And personally, I liked it. They actually fixed that and they made it a little bit more dry, which hence the dry cream. It is a really dry cream, so when you scoop it out, I'll actually show you that in a second. It is a little bit more difficult than the clay pomade. But that actually correlates to more hold, and actually I think probably a little bit more texture than the clay pomade. But you know, you have to give some and you get a little bit of something else. So you got to kind of play with it, and you kind of figure out, you know, what to sacrifice and what you gain from creating a matte paste. Overall, the scent, it is the same as the new clay pomade, and if you aren't familiar with new clay pomade, they changed the scent to like a citrusy, fruity scent. I think the scent on the clay pomade is actually stronger than this one. This is the exact same scent, just like not as strong. It's actually lighter, and I actually prefer the scent on this one than the clay pomade, just because it is a little bit of lighter scent. I think the other one's a little bit too strong, but that's just me being really, really picky. So to the most important part now is the scooping out, putting it through my hair. I actually blow dried. I put the super skinny serum in, everything. I prepped my hair so we can do this video. In addition, I just wanted to touch on the ingredients real quick. If you're brand new to Arcadian products, they use all natural, all organic products or ingredients inside their products. So nothing to worry about, no parabens, no sulfates, none of that garbage. All natural. They literally brew it inside their lab, and they ship it directly from their lab to you. So it's very awesome. So I'm going to get to the scoopability. You can see when I scoop it out, it's still pretty easy, but it's definitely more difficult than the clay pomade. So I'm going to use like this much. Something to note is this comes in a 4-ounce jar, and the clay pomade comes in a 4-ounce jar. Because this is definitely more difficult to scoop out, that means the hold and texture are going to be way greater. So you're not going to actually need as much product as you would in the clay pomade. Not saying that you need a lot of product in the clay pomade. It depends on what kind of style you're going for. But for the price and how much you get for a matte paste of this type of texture and this kind of consistency, I mean, you really can't go wrong, because it'll last you a really long time. So I just wanted to touch on that. I scooped some out. I'm going to go ahead and rub it in my hands. It does break down pretty easily. Just the scoopability is a little bit more difficult. And when I say that, I mean in terms of comparing it to other products that are pretty similar. I mean, this is not a traditional matte paste. They named it matte paste, but like when you think of a paste, you think of like a toothpaste type texture, and that's kind of how it scoops out. It is pretty like, it does give a little bit of resistance, but it's not like overwhelmingly like a clay. So I'm gonna go ahead and break this down. It breaks down pretty easily. And I'm just doing it, comparing it to the clay pomade because I'm so used to the clay pomade, using it every day. And that one's just so effortlessly. It's like, that is like a cream, and this is like a dry cream, so it makes sense. It does break down pretty nicely in your hands. You warm it up for a little bit. You can see it's pretty dispersed. And I'm going to start from the back of my head, work my way front, and then we'll see kind of how this styles. Like I always say in all my videos, you know, don't really look at yourself when you're putting it in because it'll kind of end up ruining the style because you're trying to sculpt too early in the process. You just want to get the product in there first and then kind of style. All right, I think that's pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and style. I could probably use a little bit more product, but I mean, I like a looser kind of like texture, high texture look. I don't really care if it holds all throughout the day. I'm not that picky because when you think about it, there's not going to be really any product that really holds your hair in all situations. It's just not even possible. Like, it's like people are demanding something that is just like, I mean, you can try maybe like an oil-based, but like I don't like the trade-off between a water-based and oil-based just to get like extreme hold. I kind of like the ability to, you know, run my hands through it and, you know, just be playful with the hair. But overall, I mean, it's gonna hold pretty nicely. Like, it's got a strong hold. I can feel it already when I put it through my hair. It isn't like gritty. It's not to the point where it's like pulling my or tugging my hair. It is a little bit more difficult to put it through my hair in comparison to the clay pomade. Like, everything I'm saying is kind of comparison to their clay pomade because that was like their staple product, and this is like their next product that they released. So I'm kind of comparing it to that. But like, it goes through my hair pretty easily, and it gives a nice solid hold. And if I was going to recommend this product, I would be recommending it to people with either thick hair and they want to really control their hair, like they really want to hold it back and they want a matte finish, or someone with thin hair that just wants to thicken their hair and thicken the appearance of their hair. Because it'll clump their hairs together and it'll kind of give it more of a thicker appearance for people with thinner hair. And then lastly, I would kind of recommend it for people that want like a small quiff in the front or like shorter hair that they just want extreme texture. Then I would go with this because this holds and it has incredible texture. I'm going to go ahead and zoom up a little closer, but you can kind of see already the texture already forming. Yeah, it's got extreme texture. It'll hold. I could use a little bit more in my hair, but like I said, I like a little bit more looser, and yeah, I think it looks fine. But yeah, overall, I'm really impressed with this product. I think for an everyday product that you want like a matte finish, high hold, this could be that product for you. I personally, gonna be honest, I am more of the clay pomade fan because, like I said, I like more of a high textured, like high hold, but like not as high as this one because this is like a dry cream, and you can already tell when you scoop it out, it's gonna be a heavier hold. I kind of like the little bit of a lighter hold, not super light, but like in between, like a medium and a high hold, because my hair falls down and it's like it's long and it like. I don't know. That's just like how I like wear my hair. It's just a preference, to be honest. So like, yeah, the scent is fantastic. So I honestly think if I was going to recap, this is like the clay pomade by them, just a little bit more higher hold and a little bit more texture, I would say. But then at the same time, you're sacrificing the scoopability, the ease of like rubbing it through your hands and putting it through your hair. That is not as easy as the clay pomade, personally. That's what I've come across. I would have liked to see this, but like the sample version that I received, which was like had a little bit more water consistency in it, and it was just kind of an easier like scoop out. But you know, I think this is a good product for people that were kind of saying that they wanted something with a higher hold and still retain that matte finish and still retain that texture. They did a really good job with it, so I applaud Arcadian for this type of product. I think I covered everything with this specific product. Like always, I do have a 10% off discount code in the description. So if you guys are interested in this or even the clay pomade, you can get an extra 10% off. So when you do the math, it's around like 20 bucks, maybe even cheaper for the product. And you can't really beat that. It's a 4-ounce, all organic, like literally brewed inside a small lab, shipped from the lab directly to you. Like you can't really beat that. So I don't know. It's all personal preference. If you guys have any questions at all, I think I covered everything. If you have any questions at all, leave it a comment below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. It means a lot. And if you're brand new, hit that subscribe button. We've been growing like crazy. I know, like I always say this at the end of my videos, like it doesn't seem like a lot, but for me, like moving from 118 subscribers to 119 subscribers is absolutely bananas, and I love it. And I just like love the engagement I've been getting, like a lot of comments. People are asking me to, or even recommending certain products. And if you guys recommend a product, just go ahead and write it below, and I'll actually definitely contact like the people that make that. Like shout out to one of my subscribers. I think his name is Henry Huang. I think I pronounced that last name right. If I didn't, I apologize. He recommended Fuerte styling clay, so I contacted Fuertes. They're sending me out their styling clay. I'm going to test it out and go ahead and make that video. So if you have any suggestions at all, go ahead and leave a comment, please. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. If you're brand new, hit that hit that subscribe button. If you're existing subscriber, man, mad love to all y'all. You guys are amazing. If you didn't like the video, give it a thumbs down. Like, I don't really care. I think it's just any type of engagement is cool. So appreciate all y'all. Love y'all. See you guys in the next video. Peace.